Hello, guys. It's Ted, the Wavegenius. It's been many years since I've done a Spreaker podcast, but this is the hottest, latest thing that everybody's getting crazy about. And I looked at my stats over the past 5 years that I've been not doing this, and I've gotten almost 20,000 downloads of these podcasts. I don't know how that happened, but apparently my podcasts have been researched and looked at for a while, and I guess I'll be doing them again. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can put ads in my podcasts and do all kinds of stuff to monetize them. And people appreciate what I've been doing for years. So I'll be starting with what I normally do. This is going to be an S&P 500, Dow, and NASDAQ long-term and short-term look at the Elliott wave patterns and technical analysis of these three charts. Let's start with S&P 500. Let's go 5-year chart of S&P 500. Let's go to that chart. So basically we have the bottom going back to October of last year. We had a zigzag that dropped from 4,800 to 3,500. It was a zigzag that had an extra C wave, which kind of threw people off for a while, but it finally bottomed at 3,500, and S&P 500 took out the top of the first wave, which is 4,800. And when you do that long-term, on a long-term chart, it turns to a third wave, and we're currently in a third wave, going back to the start of the entire bull market, October of last year, from 3,500 to now, which is around 5,100, and it is currently February 26th, 2024, and if you draw a third wave, going back from the first wave, which started at 2,200 to 4,800, that was a 2,600 point move. So if you multiply 1.618 times the first wave and tack it on to the bottom of the second wave, target 2,600 times 1.618 is about 4,000 points. And if you tack it on to the bottom of wave 2, the target I have for S&P 500 in the third wave is 7,500 to 8,000. No shit. So we have a long way to go in S&P 500 on the 5-year chart. Short term on the 10-day chart. Let's go back to the 10-day chart of S&P 500. The S&P, the rally from 49.50 looks like a wave 1 within the 3 of 3. I think we've entered a 3 of 3 in the S&P 500. So if we can clear 51.10, short-term target on the third wave. Actually, let's see. We're gapping down right now, so we're probably going to do a retest of around 50.60 to 50.70. And if it reverses and takes out 51.10, a third wave would take it to as high as 200, 300, 150, 200, about 52 to 52.50 on the third wave. So what am I expecting on a gap down this morning is 50.60 to 50.70, followed by a reversal that takes out 51.10 and sets up a third wave to as high as 52.50 in the next few days. All right, NASDAQ. NASDAQ long term. Let's go back to the 5-year chart of NASDAQ. 5-year daily candlestick. 5-year daily candlestick. So long term for NASDAQ, we got the first wave, which was from 7,000 to 16,000 during the entire COVID rally, and then a deep wave 2 from 16,000 to about 10,250. And NASDAQ just recently took out the top of the first wave at 16,000. And this is a setup for a third wave. And if it travels 1.618 times the first wave, which was 9,000 points, the target would be about 25,000 and 26,000 on a third wave. You'll have wave 1 from 7,000 to 16,000, zigzag wave 2 to 10,250, and on the current breakout, 1.618 times the first wave would target 25,000. Yes. There's a long, long way to go in NASDAQ. Short term for NASDAQ. We've entered a 3 of 3, in my opinion. We'll be gapping down this morning to around, I'm guessing, 15,930 or the previous 4. And if we take out the top of the first wave at 16,110, a third wave would take it to as high as, let's see. Wow, the first wave was like 600 points. Damn. So 900 points plus 15,900, 16,800, 17,000 is the short-term target going 5-10 days. All right. For the Dow 5-year chart. Yeah, I was just looking at my Spreaker website profile, and I didn't know how many downloads over the years. There's 20,000 downloads of my podcast. And they were just sitting there, 5 episodes, accumulating so many downloads. I couldn't believe it. So I guess if I keep doing it, I'll make some serious money. So anyway, the Dow 5-year daily candlestick. We got the first wave was the COVID low from 18,000 to 37,000, about 19,000 points. And then we got a zigzag wave 2 to 29,000 and a breakout above 37,000, which sets up a third wave. A third wave would target, if it was 19,000 points times 1.618 is about 26,000 plus 29,000. That would target about 65 to 70,000 in a third wave. So there's a long, long, long way to go. All right, the 10-day chart of the Dow. We've entered a 3 of 3 in my opinion, and the first wave was about 500 points. So a gap down or to do a retest of 15,930, and if it takes out, that's NASDAQ, sorry. Got to go back to the Dow. Sorry, wrong chart. All right, the Dow 10-day chart. So the first wave was 36,400 to 39,300, which is about 1,000 points to the upside. So we might gap down to as low as 38,900 today when the market opens. And if we take out 39,200 after gapping down, a third wave would be as high as 1,600 plus 30, about 40,500. So that's my target for the next 5-10 days. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to my podcast and click the ads. Just kidding. Don't do that. Thank you.